Right, hello. I'm just doing a. It's got to be a quick one because the battery's low. Anyway, Mesobarbarus have been amazing tonight. Just loads of action all night long. My daughter and me picked this sort of handful of. There's probably about 10% of the dandelion in there, and we're not sure what the others are. But they look like dandelions, but they're the same sort of structure of plant, but they're much bigger seeds. And the ants, yeah, they've been struggling to get them through that hole tonight. It's been quite cool. Still busy excavating. When I first turn the light on, you can see brood through those holes, but they always move it. Buried the entrance to the water feeder, but obviously they know where it is. That's their only water source, so they can go and get it if they want it. That's it really with them. Doing all right, weavers, but I'm not touching them. Setup's coming. I can't really see much of them, but setup's coming tomorrow actually. Which brings me on to the Saturns. The reason I'm making this video is sort of halfway of two things really. I've just fed them. There's one eating there. This is the irritants, Camponotus irritans, in a medium Saturn. And as ants, these are bigger than your average. Yeah, the stocky ants, but they're sort of bigger than a lot of the smaller Camponotus. See what I mean? The workers, decent size. Is what I'm saying. I think they're bigger than average Nico workers. I think, not 100% sure on that. That might be all my Nico workers have been analytics. I'm not sure. I've had like 8 workers before. They weren't as big as them, and they have no problem getting through these holes. By the way, holes in there, I think they're small Venus size, so they can definitely get through. And the queen is, she's not Lignoperda size, but she's bigger than any of my Nico queens have been. Not by much, but a bit bigger than Nico queen. Maybe she's, I don't know, 14. No, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Not measured. I'd like to guess. Albus sparsus. I basically just cut a bird roach to put in just with a few of these ants. There was one there eating not long ago. So that you can see they are actually developing, but they're in the Venus, but they were in the wrong size test tube to go in it. So I've just sort of sat them there, propped off the actual substrate so it doesn't heat up too quick. The entrance there, and I have seen the odd worker in the odd tube, but that's all. And I mean the odd one, maybe 3 times. Battery's running out now, come on. Right. So, yeah, Maculatus, I can't see what I'm filming here. I'm very pleased with them. They seem to be getting bigger daily, which is what they do, you see what I mean? Yep, they love the sugar more than anything. They were eating a bit of that roach. I think me banging around doing this film is probably frightened these away. Yeah, I have, yeah. These are the Rufoglaurcus. They've put that head, that's half a cockroach head that they've just dumped in there. There was about 5 or 6 of them around that a few minutes ago. And that's a bit of roach. They're very protein hungry. They're very everything hungry, to be honest. And they're my biggest colony every way. No, I've got a bigger meta colony actually. Biggest Camponotus colony, I should say. But you see, even the slightest vibration, they hide everything there. But they can have. I thought some of them must have hatched, but I don't think they have. Like 10 or 12 pupa. No, sorry, cocoons, and there's also some pupa and stuff down here. You know, I'm quite happy with that. Tetramorium bicarionatum. They're so hungry. See them all coming out for this now. Cool. My battery might run out any second, so if it does, I'm saying goodbye. But this is what you want to see, isn't it? These are wicked. Very hungry at the moment as well. And back out in from the cold, in a Cold War sense. These are the Ruginodus. I sort of put them out, not paid much attention to them for a while, but then I've got them to move into this, which is actually a custom-made water feeder, which I turned into a nest, so living on the cotton in there. I've counted 16 workers and the queen, but it's just nice to have them really visible again like that. So I've made a different sort of version of the same thing, you could say. With plaster across the bottom and going up the side at the back there. Then a piece of cotton inside it, like a whole cotton ball, or maybe not a whole one, and a little fill hole on the top that goes down the plaster so I can keep it moist if I need to. They've not really moved in yet, but they seem like they really like it there. and I've watered that one stupidly. I should have let that one dry out. So that's my experiment at the moment with the plaster nests. Yeah, I want to touch more of them. They're really coming for it now. Very interesting ants. Definitely, I can see why they should be recommended. Obviously, the growth rate in the moment, I've not really experienced it too much. It's on its way. Definitely, I should show you sometime. It's on its way. I can see it happening soon. So there's a few in there. In these 2 bamboo tubes. I personally would say don't ever buy a bamboo tube if you can, because you pretty much the ants love them, but there's so many issues with them. I wouldn't do it again. I'm using these just because I've got them, not because I recommend them. And I know how to treat them now, but you see the amount of brood that's in there. Doing really well. So one day I'm going to be overrun with Tetramorium. But I want to try and control it. I'll come out on this. So what I've got is first one tube coming up here, then another one over there, another one this way. They go over that top tube into that bottom one over there. So that's quite a lot of sort of gypsum, but they must not make it mouldy, and they do that by dragging stuff in. They did do that the first time, that first tube. So I'm only giving them large chunks of food they can't drag now. From now on, I've been down that road before. I had like yellow, you know the yellow tropical fungus growing in that tube, and the ants they weren't doing that well basically. And whether it was the fungus or not, I don't know. But Antimatters gave me 2 top-up tubes, Antcon, so I'm well away this time. And I've cleaned that tube out, and I've got different feeding ideas and all that. So I think I've learnt from my mistakes. Singularis Queen, she's sitting at the back. It's a different sort of setup now. Just right at the back there, so that I can't sort of disturb her very much and everything. I used to have some nest behind her, and I'm trying to sort of just leave her be. Best way of putting it. I was making sure she got sugar water every sort of, well, once a week at least, sometimes more, and spraying it down a lot more. But they seem to develop a massive isopod problem, and I've managed to hoover nearly all of them out. I just think they were getting out of hand in there. So it's going to stay a lot drier, and I'm going to leave them alone. That's the plan. Yeah. That's it for now, I think. I've got lots of Lasius niger things to talk about, but this is it for now. Bye!